the Southern heavyweight crown between Jerry the King Lawler and Dutch Mantell. Well, speaking of Lawler, here he comes out right now. We had some footage we want to talk to you about. We'll wait and see. Here, just, you can use this.
I want that chair for somebody else. I'll sit right here, Lance, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, we were just...
Got another chair there.
We were just going to show some footage. We had made the comment that the confrontation between Lawler and Mantell stirred an awful lot of interest among wrestling fans.
I know you were going to show some footage. I'm the one that asked you to show the footage. Don't you remember that, Lance?
Yeah.
I brought the footage down here. We know that. The reason I wanted to show that footage is because I think, as everyone knows, I took my belt back away from Dutch Mantell. You realize that, don't you, Lance?
Yes,
he was temporarily holding it. I took my belt back, and at the end of the match, I had some guys jump in on me, and they were pounding me pretty good, and Dutch Mantell, instead of helping me like any gentleman or any man, you don't have to be a gentleman, just a man, like any man would do, he chose to turn tail and run. He left me in the ring, and he is a big gutless wonder. Now, what I have done, as you know, Lance, I have offered Dutch Mantell another shot at this belt. I have offered him a title match just to get back in the ring with me, and for some unknown reason, Dutch Mantell has refused to wrestle me again. Now, you can hear what the people are saying. Dutch Mantell is obviously scared of me. Now, I'm going to give him a chance right now. There's a chair sitting right over here. Dutch Mantell, I would like for Dutch Mantell to come out here right now. And, you know, it's probably not right, but I could be wrong. I'll admit I could be wrong. Probably not, but I could be. So I want Dutch Mantell, if he's got any guts at all, to just come out here, sit down in that chair right there, and tell me what was on his mind when, you know, when he left me in that ring. I want him to look at the film, and then I just want him to explain. If he, you know, if he's a man, he should come out here and sit in that chair. Is that right?
I think he's already made an explanation, Jerry, sufficient to say that if it happened today or tomorrow or the next day or whenever, that the circumstances might be different. At that time, he was obviously irritated about it, and he chose not to get into your personal squabbles with somebody else. That's the way I heard it, and, well, there's the Dutchman right there.
That's right. I was going to say he chose not to come out here, but I see that he does have the guts to come out. Just have a seat, Dutch.
Now, let me say one thing. I'm not afraid of you, and I am a man. Now, what do you want with me?
All I want you to do is sit down in that chair right there and watch this film with me and about 350,000 other people and explain to me why you did what you did. Can you do that?
You want me to sit down?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, now let's just keep it nice and peaceful out here today.
I think it'll be
Dutch, how about you using that microphone, and I'll handle this one. Now, if we are ready, can we take a look at the film?
I would like to.
Okay, let's take a look at our tape on the action with Dutch and Jerry Lawler. Lawler hammers his way out. Misses a right, and Dutch again in the sleeper. On the ropes, Mantell fires a right. Lawler reverses. He goes for the sleeper hold. Lawler whipped into the turnbuckles, and Dutch misses. Lawler got out of the way. He's on the ropes. Drops with a right hand. Count of one, count of two, and count of three. But his foot was on the ropes. The referee couldn't see it. 23 minutes, 50 seconds, the winner and the new Southern heavyweight champion, Dutch Mantell, has lost to Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler, the winner. Here comes Jimmy Hart. Bobby Eaton, Sweet Brown Sugar, what are they doing here? Jerry Lawler, the winner. 23-50, the undisputed Southern heavyweight champ. Mantell looks at him and walks out of the ring. So the first family pounding away on Lawler, and Mantell has left the wrestling area. Big double backdrop. Hart with a cane. Eaton with a boot. Here comes Roy Rogers, Rick McCord. Hart jumps out of the ring. Now he's back in as Rogers, McCord battling with Sugar and Eaton, and now they all take off. But Lawler, while winning the championship, one of his great moments, he is undisputed Southern heavyweight champ, is left prone in the ring. He won it in 23:50, but the family did him in after it was over. The winner, Jerry Lawler.
Lawler, you got a big fat mouth, brother. I'm gonna tell you, why should I help you? I don't see what you got to be so hot about. You got the Southern belt. Now, I didn't contract to fight your battles. Now, I didn't make all these enemies that you made. Now, you might swerve some people into thinking you're a king, but you ain't swerving me, Jack, because I knew you back when. I don't need you ain't swerving me,
Dutch.
No, you got it. You got it. Let me say one thing. Now, you came out here and you ran me down, and not once did you say I was a good wrestler, did he, Lance? Not once did you
really
say I was a good wrestler. Not once did you say that I was a good competitor. You said a lot of things, a lot of insults, and a lot of accusations. Now, you may not have been listening to what I said before. I want to wrestle you for this belt, but I want to do it on my time, my term. Now, you can't psych me out because I've been down the road before, and I know how to chase a champion. But you're not psyching me out, and when it gets ready for the time, when I feel the time is right, I'm going to come back after it, Lawler.
How long is it going to take? What's the time going to be? You're right. I didn't say you was a good wrestler. I said you're a coward, Dutch Mantell. I said you're yellow. I said you're chicken to get in the ring with me. I'm giving you a shot at this belt, and you won't take it. You know why? You know why you won't take it? The same reason you showed on that film. You didn't want to jump in there and help me because you were afraid those guys would kick your butt. And you're afraid I'll kick your butt, and that's why you won't get in the ring with me.
I'm going to say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. I said I wanted to be a friend of yours, win, lose, or draw. But you made that impossible. Not me, Lawler. You made it impossible. Not me, Jack. And I'm not going to sit out here in front of 350,000 people and let you run me down.
So you're not going to wrestle me because you're a coward. Why don't you just say that?
No, I'll tell you what I do. Hey, I'm not going to sit out here and listen to it.
Say you're a coward.
I'm not going to sit out and listen to it.
All you got to do is say you're a coward.
Hey, come on, Jerry. All right, Jerry, now knock it off. Hey, come on, you guys. Yeah. Get him out of there. Get him out, please. All right. Hey, Jerry, just get on out of here. Jerry, just now, come on. Just save it. There's no point in that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, Lawler, I'm going to be the last man you ever slapped, Jack. I'm going to tell you, you want the match? You got it. Hey, Marlon, put it on the card, buddy. I'm coming after you, Lawler. I'm going to be the last man you ever slapped, friend. And I'm taking that belt back. You guys crank it up. Turn me. I'm going to show everybody what a power you are.
Yeah. Come on, Dutch. You guys settle your problems. Come on, Dutch. Just settle them somewhere else.
Hey, you tell Marlon to put it on the card, Lawler. I'll be the last man you ever slapped.
Okay, we'll talk to Eddie about it and all. Right now, let's take time out, and we'll be back. Well, sir, there it was. The winner did take it all. The Dutchman himself won it. And he had that AWA title. He defended it once, successfully defended, and then came back. Dutch, Monday night. Any night you got action with Lawler. We said we'd talked an awful lot about it, whether it's Tuesday or Saturday or what. You guys get together. I've never seen anything like it. I really want to find out about your eye, too, because that was one of the worst cuts I've ever seen.
Well, first of all, the tape you just showed was one of the greatest moments of my life. And I don't think I can ever have a moment like that again, but I'm going to have it one way or the other. Now, the AWA has seen fit to pit me against Jerry Lawler one more time, and that's all it's going to take. One more time is all I need because I had that feeling one time, and I'm going to have it again. Now, I don't think Lawler is a better man because I got one win and he's got one win. So, Lawler, we're going to settle it one way or the other. The superior man has not stood up to be counted yet because that Southern belt has switched back and forth. So, Lawler, it's going to be one more time around, but it's going to be the showdown. And the man that wins this is going to be the true Southern champion, and it's going to be it. Lawler, I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to come 110%, and I want you to get ready. And people, don't give up on me yet because the Dutchman is coming back.
Well, I don't think there's anybody that even has a thought of giving up on the Dutchman. And I got to say, Dave, I think it is true. I do not think that the final verdict is in as yet because these guys have just been so close. After Dutch had the title and the King came back, he had lots of second thoughts about it. He really, in his own mind, felt like he could beat Dutch Mantell. He wanted another shot at him, and he got it. And let me tell you, it was just typical of any of those bouts that Lawler and Mantell have had. You take a look at the action that took place. And look at the Dutchman come back. Dutch with a big elbow. The King is down 1.5. Woo. Or as a matter of fact, when you talk to the Dutch, serious, straight ahead professional. Lawler more flamboyant, multi-talented. Dutch blocks one and slaps Lawler upside the face. Referee said it was open hands. Now let's not get into it. But he can't quarrel with the open hand. And besides, it's a no disqualification match. And again, the King not quite fast enough to get the Dutchman. Lawler said a lot of heavy things about Dutch, trying to get him into a return match, never dreaming that he would lose the title to him. But I have to think, having faced Dutch before, that Lawler has got to respect the toughness of this Texan. Lawler under fire from Mantell, who follows him into the corner. And now it's getting nasty. Crowd loving it. Ten-minute call is out. And Lawler really hot. And the referee trying to calm him down just a little. Big crowd on hand for this battle between Lawler and Mantell. And Dutch strikes with a foot. Again, he's after that leg of Lawler, puts him down. That the King will not take that one without one whale of a battle. And here he goes. Mantell blasted in the midsection. A big right hand on the ropes. And it looks like all the stops are out. And in the King's place, that may mean more than his pocketbook. He wheels Mantell into the turnbuckles. Mantell feeling the wrath of the King. Lawler pressing him in the corner. Dutch up off the ropes, and Lawler bends him back into it. A whip into the turnbuckles. Mantell hits and stays. Mantell, no dummy himself, like it or not, slid underneath Lawler and buried a shoulder in him. Mantell, oh, that last knee. He nailed Lawler right above the ear with a point of the knee. Drags Jerry out of the corner. Tags him with a right hand, and Lawler is stunned. Mantell hits the concrete. Look out! And with a running start, bombs Lawler with a right hand from outside the ring. Referee calls for a break. Dutch comes out. And again, Mantell blasts him with a right hand. Ask none, give none. All they know how to do is dish it out and take it. Backdrop on the concrete floor, and that may have done the king in. Mantell slam into the ring post by Lawler. Lawler collapses on the side of the ring to get his strength back. Mantell booming Lawler. Uh-oh. Lawler has reached the saturation point. Nails Dutch right in the eye. Again with that big right hand. The referee checking Mantell's left eye. We told you that goose egg was right there where he hit the ring post. Lawler banging him. Referee Jerry Calhoun getting a look at that eye. Mantell says, well, I won't tell you. 1, 2, 3. He got him. The new Southern heavyweight champion, Jerry the King Lawler. 23 minutes, 28 seconds. Lawler beats Mantell, whose eye is bleeding profusely. Get together. We have characterized two tough guys. Brother, if you don't think that isn't true, take a look at this action. Dutch gives away 7 to 10 pounds to Lawler in their meetings. Dutch may have a tad more quickness. Lawler a little bit more size. Look out, here he comes. Lawler takes a shot from Mantell and another one from behind. As Mantell just swinging wide open. Slams Lawler into the ring post. Uh-oh, he's coming out to the timer's table. Picks up a chair. Nails Lawler with it. Well, they said anything goes. Lawler bounced off the timer's table right in front of us. The Dutchman picks that chair up again. Lawler nailed. Back up in the audience. Uh-oh. Lawler muscling Mantell back toward the ring. Clips him one. Once again, Mantell nails Lawler with a chair. And let me tell you, Dutch wants that title any way he can get it. Makes no bones about it. Well, there you see it, the big suplex from Mantell on Lawler. One of the great attributes, and Lawler almost got caught with a 3 count. Coming up, and Lawler hammers Mantell into the turnbuckle. Here comes the King. In their last meeting, Lawler opened a severe cut. And Lawler going after Mantell with that chair. The referee trying to take it away. Almost lost a hand. Referee Calhoun trying to do his job. Oh, no. Lawler had the steps, and the referee able to stop him from taking him over at Mantell. Dutch off the deck. And they're trading the licks right at the ring post. Oh, boy. Everything we expected and more. Pile driver. Remember, no rules governing that in this match. They both agreed. Throw them all out the window. Mantell. Big knee. As 10 minutes just went up on the board in this match. Steve, a pleasure to have you here at ringside with us. And boy, this has been, like I said, more than everybody expected.
I'll tell you, Lance, you sure can't tell which match is the main event tonight. I can tell you the electricity is just running right through the arena. The people are into this match more than I've ever seen a group of people get into it. These two men are like two gladiators just dishing it out left and right. With every punch, they're knocking them off their feet. I can't believe how much punishment I've seen them take.
You know, Steve, I think one of the things here, that even in a normal match, neither one of these guys would maybe be able to take it, but the emotion between the two of them is so high, with Lawler having defeated Mantell most recently for the title, but prior to that, the Dutchman took the vaunted King and won the title from him. Lawler the champion now, Mantell back in the challenger role, and I think they're both just charged higher than a kite.
Well, you can sure tell this is one of the wildest matches I've ever seen. Right now they're fighting all the way up through the crowd into the arena.
Oh.
No disqualification.
The bout, no, the referee is stopping the match. You can bet in this anything goes match that it is a serious infraction that finds Lawler and Mantell. Steve, I believe they are all the way up into the second tier.
I can see it right now. I think they're bringing out the wrestlers trying to break them apart. I think right now they are oblivious. Lawler and Mantell are oblivious to what the other people are doing. You can see right now, I think they're just trying to get after each other. They're practically pulling each other's hair out.
Well, of course, the stopping of the match secures again the belt around Lawler's waist. But let me tell you, this is unbelievable. Up in the second deck of the match, I don't know how much you can see, as they are amongst the throngs up there. Every now and then we'll see a head fly back, a fist fly. We see Roy Rogers, Rick McCord, several other wrestlers trying to pull them apart. Danny Davis up there, Lawler's manager. They're trying to get the crowd cleared out. Lawler right back after Mantell. Oh, boy, I will tell you, this is something. Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell, in a bizarre, wild street battle all over the Mid-South Coliseum. And they just continue to hammer at each other. They cannot get him stopped. Boy, when they left the wrestling area down there, Dutch, they stopped the match. The referee had no choice when you guys got up battling amongst the crowd.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say one thing. This thing has went far enough. Now, I'm going to say one thing about Jerry Lawler, and you said it right, Lance. I flat don't like that guy. I don't like him from bottom of his feet to top of his head. I don't like him. And we've had some brawls. I had the belt, you know, back and forth. Then he got it, then I got it back. Now, it means so much to him, and Jerry Lawler is the big king around here. And everybody, I think a lot of people like to see the king get knocked off one time, but get knocked all the way down to the ground, because it's like the Super Bowl when Pittsburgh and Dallas was in it all the time. People said the same old guys in it. Well, buddy, Lawler, your time has come, and you found a guy that's going to put pressure on you, and I'm going to kick your teeth in before it's all over with, Lawler. Mark my words. And I got an offer here to offer Jerry Lawler, the big king, right? I got an offer if he wants to go for it. I looked on the sheet, and I'm supposed to wrestle somebody like David Price or somebody. I beat him 100 times. 100 times, and there's no need getting in the ring and beating somebody you've beaten before. There's no contest to it, and there's no challenge to it. And Jerry Lawler, I saw his name down here against somebody, and whoever the guy he's wrestling, I never heard of, and it's a complete joke. So what I would like to offer Jerry Lawler is a proposition. I don't think the place is big enough for both of us, and I'd like to do something never before done. And I want to have a match with Jerry Lawler right here on TV. But right today, wait a minute, I'm not through. Right here on TV today, so it don't cost the people one single dime to see it. Right here on TV for the Southern Belt. But let's go one step farther. Let's go for all the marbles, everything there is. Loser, leave town. On TV. No, wait a minute.
No, wait a minute. That's nothing new. Lawler's been in loser leave town before. But you got to be insane to think that you're going to put Jerry Lawler and Dutch Mantell in TV on a loser leave town.
Did he or did he not come out here last week and say, Dutch Mantell, you're not in the same caliber as I am? Did he not say that? Did he not say that I bring out the best in everybody? Did or did he not say that?
He did.
Yes, he said it.
Yes, he
and
did.
If I'm not in the caliber of Jerry Lawler, then he should come out here like the big king that he is, like the big man that he is, and accept the offer. Now, I'm going to stand here and I'm going to wait on Lawler.
No,
and I want him to come out.
You know I have respect for your wrestling, and I know they've called you Dirty Dutch and a lot of things. I have respect for your wrestling, but you're letting your emotions get away with the whole thing.
Hey, I don't like the guy. I don't like the guy one bit. And let's just end it once and for all. It's either me or it's either Lawler. The place ain't big enough for both of us. I'm going to stand right here.
Okay.
I'm going to wait on him. I'm looking for that door right there. I want him to come right up that door.
We're going to take a break right here.
No, let's give him another minute. No, let's give him another minute.
You got a match coming up here, and that's it. Dutch,
no,
I appreciate the intensity of it. I know you want to take it.
Hey, that's another way you're trying to protect Lawler. You and Eddie Morris.
And everybody has seen it, and I know you've heard the expression, but you have just seen the classic example of a man letting his hummingbird rear end overload, or his alligator mouth overload his hummingbird rear end. And what I'm going to do with you, Dutch Mantell, is I'm going to put this belt right here, and we're going to have us a little wrestling match. That is exactly right, baby. And the winner of that match can come out here and pick up this belt, and he can call himself the king, and the loser can get himself a bus ticket and get the heck out of Memphis, Tennessee, or wherever. Can you understand that?
Yeah, but I'm not believing it. Well, it looks like we've got ourselves a loser leave town match with two of the hottest single wrestlers in the entire United States, Dutch Mantell and Jerry Lawler, Dave. Loser leave down. Lawler agreed to it, put it up.
Belt's
There's
on the line.
belt.
That's right. The Dutchman made the challenge, and son of a gun, Lawler came out here with the belt in hand and accepted. He got Mantell stretched back into the ropes, out on the apron, down on the floor. And the referee shoves him back as Mantell comes roaring back into the ring. Boy, we didn't have time for introductions, but none are needed.
Man, you got that right. The tough Dutchman out of Oil Trough, Texas, and he fires that big fist, puts Lawler down. Oh, these guys have just almost killed each other in their previous meeting.
Mantell round behind him. The belt awaits over here. It's on the line. The winner of it gets to walk out of here with a belt. The loser leaves town. Mantell, right hand, Lawler from the corner. Dutchman slapped Lawler in the back of the head a couple of times.
Really putting the steam on that wrist in there too, Dave, is the only bad thing. Well, now he corrected. He had Lawler straight in the head of him. Dutch moves around to the side where he's a little less vulnerable.
Yeah, Lawler with that right arm standing right in front of him. Dangerous place to be. Back in the corner now. Lawler reverses a whip across the ring. Whoa! Caught him with a right hand, right under the chin. And the Dutchman got to be seeing a few scars after that one. Mantell back up into the ring. Boy, he just comes charging in there after Lawler.
Well, I tell you, both of these guys are so tough. It is just absolutely unbelievable. They get so keyed up about each other. And, you know, I talked to Jerry away from there. Uh-oh, look out. Lawler, bang, right on the chop. Got a running start. Nailed Mantell hanging over the edge of the ring. Oh, little payback. Dutch did that to Lawler.
We're at about 2 minutes 45 seconds so far. And this one, Lawler over the top row line. He was not.
Okay.
All right. Down here on the floor. Oh, Mantell smacks Lawler into the ring post. Dutchman with a chair. Referee trying to stop him, but he nails Lawler across the back with it. And Mantell rolls back into the ring. Lawler laying here on the floor.
Remember, Davey, a loser leave town. Both of them stated it right here.
Yeah.
Not only the belt, but loser leave town. Lawler being counted on. Dutch going outside on the apron again.
Lawler up on his hands and knees, and Mantell dropped off the apron with a foot. Now Lawler crawling up to the ring. He's on the apron. Mantell grabs him by the hair, gets him in the ring, and a right fist. A cover by Dutch. Two. Whoa. Oh, a 2 count on Lawler. Lawler 1 count away from losing the belt and leaving town. Mantell firing that big forearm. Back in the corner. Whips him across the ring. Lawler hanging on the turnbuckles there. Mantell after it. 4.5 minutes gone. A cover. 1, 2. Lawler kicks out at the 2 count.
Boy, Dutch low bridged him in that corner over there, and almost again had Lawler beaten. I was talking to Jerry, I was saying, Dave, about it, and I said, why Dutch has had so many guys that you have had battles with? And he said, because he beat me for the Southern heavyweight title, and he has never forgotten that in his craw. You can bet on that.
Boy, he did. He beat him right in the middle of the ring in one of those matches for the title.
Mantell looking very strong right now on Lawler.
Abdominal stretch by Dutch Mantell. No submission by the King. I tell you what, that's a hold that is one of the better ones to get a submission out of, but in a match with the stakes as high as this one, I think he's going to have to hold that hold all day to get a submission out of Lawler, or the other way around if Lawler should have that hold on Mantell. 5.5 minutes into the action.
Mantell still pounding down on the floor. Goes for Lawler on a pile driver on the floor. The referee, Jerry Calhoun. And Mantell jumped over as Lawler took him away.
Now it's Lawler with the chair. And again, payback time.
Mantell hurt. And no wonder. I am not believing it. Right here on Championship Wrestling. Shows you how these guys hate each other, Davey. Here, professional wrestlers doing it for nothing when the stakes couldn't be higher. Mantell and Lawler.
Lawler, right fist. Mantell swings back at it. And again, Lawler back in the corner. Being hit with that right fist, and Lawler. He dropped the top. Mantell does the same, and Lawler wades in there after him with the boot. He helps kick him on out of the ring and down onto the floor.
He is down on the floor. Lawler hollering down. Dutch coming over by the table. He's getting ready to watch the charge.
And Lawler timed it right. He had the foot right there. Mantell ran into the boot, and now the right fist, and Mantell out of the ring again. 7 minutes gone.
I do
7 minutes.
not believe the punishment these guys inflict to each other. Dutch Mantell. Back to, Dutch.
Wait a minute. Lawler, this is stupid, Lawler. This is foolish. I'm going to say one thing right now. That man in the ring right there is the toughest son of a gun I've ever fought in my life. You're the toughest, buddy. I'm going to give you credit. And this is stupid, Lawler. Come here. Come here.
Keep it moving.
My body. Hey, my body can't take no more. I'm wore out.
Dutch.
Come here. Listen. This is stupid. This is foolish. We'll let this right here come between us. Hey, I want to make him an offer. I made him another offer. Come here.
Dutch Mantell trying to get Lawler to come down to ringside. Lawler asking, do you want to finish it? And Dutch says, no, I'm not finishing the match.
Oh, man, come on. We was friends before.
Dutch over.
Hey, this is foolish.
Hey, okay.
We're up here killing each other, man. We're killing each other. I'm hitting him hard shots. He's hitting me hard shots. And eventually, it's not going to be no more Dutch Mantell. It's not going to be no more Jerry Lawler. Because in the long run, hey, look at it professionally, man. In the long run, we ain't going to be around here. We're going to kill each other. I said you was a tough man. Come here, come here.
All right.
Come here.
Dutch Mantell is just stopping and asked Lawler to...
Hey, listen, we've been beating our brains out for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever it is, right? And we used to be friends. We let this come between us right here. We used to be friends, right? Huh? Okay, we let it come between us. And every time we wrestled, Jerry, every time we wrestled, that First Family, at Midnight Express, they sit back in the dressing room, and they laughed their brains out because we made their life a lot easier. They loved to see us get up there and beat each other's brains out. They loved it. We made their life easier. And since we've been wrestling each other, Gibson's hurt, Dundee's hurt, the whole thing, man, is falling apart. So listen, I don't like to get laughed at. But hey, let's bury the hatchet. I got more to lose than you got to lose, okay? I'll concede. You take the belt, okay? I got more to lose than you got to lose. And I'll make you a deal. Why don't me and you team up and be a team, okay? And they ain't a team. They ain't a team in the country that can beat us. And you keep the Southern belt, and hey, we'll be back.
Boy, that might be the answer to the First Family right there, Dutch.
Say, hey, this is the same. You know, if you're, like you said, you're man enough to admit that I'm the champion. Right. You're man enough to admit that I told you the same thing after the second time we wrestled. I told him, I said, I said, Dutch, Jimmy Hart, the Midnight Express, all these guys, every time we wrestle each other, they sit back and hope we kill each other.
That's right.
They want us to beat each other's brains out. And I told him then, I said, Dutch, why don't you and I get together and put some of these bumps and bruises on their heads, on Hart's heads, and on the Midnight Express's heads, instead of on each other.
All right, now I'll go for that. I think you ought to bury the hatchet and get together. What a tag team.
You keep the belt or whatever, okay?
Can they change the card, put Dutch and I against somebody else like Hart and the First Family or something like that?
Well, Jerry, of course, I think that's open to negotiations, and promoter Eddie Marlin is no fool. He would love to have Lawler and Mantell together, so I can't say it, but I would certainly say that it's a money business, and by golly, he would...
Let me ask these people, do you think that there's any team around that could beat myself and Dutch Mantell?
Well, I think everybody agrees
Show him right here.
that it would be a super... Oh, come on! Dutch! Where's the referee? Get somebody in here. Lawler nailed down Dutch Mantell, jumping him while they were in the very act of shaking hands. Mantell pile drives Lawler in there. Drops on him with the elbow. No, no way. You've got to be kidding. Dutch Mantell, who pile drive Lawler after hitting him with that chair, dropped with an elbow, then makes the 1, 2, 3 count. Dutch, I've seen a lot of lousy things in there, but that's the lousiest thing I ever saw involved in anything involved with you.
Excuse me, Lance. I think this belongs to me, and somebody needs to help Lawler find a way out there.
Boy, I'll tell you. Well, Dutch Mantell, in a situation, just pulled the lowest thing in there. I'll tell you what, let's take time out, and we're going to be back here in just a moment. South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee, Jerry Lawler, Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell. Hey, come on, Dutch. Mantell coming over where Jerry Lawler's manager, Danny Davis. Danny had been requested by Lawler just to leave it with he and Dutch. So Danny is sitting over right next to us at the timer's test. Mantell over kicking at Davis as he went by. Lawler pounding Dutch with that right in. And Dutch misses the big kick, Lawler. Boy, something different. Maybe we can get a little insight. Danny, don't know whether it's revealing anything or not, but Lawler's starting out much faster than we usually see Lawler.
Yeah.
And especially with Mantell. Is this the strategy?
Well, you know, Lawler is usually a slow starter.
Very slow starter.
As he has been in the past, but the intensity between these two men and what happened on TV, the way Dutch turned on him, it's just, you know, Lawler said he's just going to go gung-ho. He's going to be 125% out there, and Mantell better have his running shoes on because Lawler is after him, baby.
Well, one thing that I'm interested in seeing, look at Mantell. Yeah. Lawler, Mantell put his hand out to shake hands. You don't fool Lawler once most of the time. You sure don't fool him twice.
That's right.
He just reached out and slapped Dutch right off his feet. I am glad, however, to see that Lawler, even though with the fierce intensity and the irritation that he has with Mantell, that he hadn't lost his head and just gone with abandon. Mantell much too tough an opponent for that. And Lawler, in his usual ring-savvy way, is sure keeping it under control, but he is opening up faster than we've seen him in a long time.
Well, he geared himself up, Lance. He really geared himself up for this match. And better, let me tell you something. He will not let Dutch Mantell run roughshod over him. He just geared up so much because he felt so bad after what happened Saturday. I mean, I've never seen anger in Jerry Lawler just like the anger that's in him now.
Yeah, Jerry told me, Danny, that he really felt like a fool going for the handshake with Mantell. And as I said, you don't fool Lawler very, very often.
That's right. You know, when a man...
Oh, yeah!
Beautiful move, Jerry. Beautiful move. Get on him. That's it, baby. See, Lawler is keyed up. He has never been this keyed up early in a match. I'm telling you, this man right here, Mantell, now he's a tough opponent. I'll not take anything away from him. But Jerry Lawler is on his toes, like I said, 125%, and Mantell has got his work cut out for him.
Well, there's no question about it that Mantell pulled one of the lowest tricks that we had seen, and we have told Dutch, not that it made one hill of beans to him, but we couldn't condone that kind of action out there. And, of course, Mantell's entire defense was sunset flip. One.
He almost had him.
And a big right hand after Dutch kicked out. Mantell's entire defense was Lawler pulls so many sneaky tricks himself. Why should he gripe about somebody pulling one on him? Calhoun, the referee, down on the floor. Oh, boy, it's getting nasty, but that's nothing new. Mantell heaves that. He got Lawler in the leg. That could be the turning point. Remember, no time, no disqualification, and no stopping the match. Lawler's left leg is hurt. Mantell, a clubbing right hand.
5 minutes, man. 5 minutes, man.
Dutchman spinning toe hold on Lawler. Lawler's still holding that knee. Dutch heaved that chair all the way across the ring, and he nailed him right on the knee with it. Dutch was trying to hit him in the face with it, but his aim was a little low, caught him on the knee, and Lawler is not only hurt, but he is disabled at the moment, and Dutch pouring the spinning toe hold on it.
You know, Lance, Dutch, he is an intelligent wrestler. You know, like I said, I won't take anything away from him. Right now, he's going for the weak part in Jerry because he knows when he threw that chair at Lawler, like I said, he was aiming for his upper body, but the chair come low. He did clip him on the knee, and Jerry is his left leg is hurting right now. And Mantell is working on the weak part of his body right now.
Referee Jerry Calhoun asked Lawler, "You give it up?" And Lawler says, "No, no, no, no. You can bet on that. Too much at stake. The title, the reputation, the pride, the whole thing." We're sitting here with Jerry Lawler's new manager, Danny Davis, getting some comments about it, explaining that Lawler was so fired up that he did start faster. Mantell, maybe what will turn out to be the turning point of the entire match, heaved a chair at him. Now, that was not the first use of the chair. Look at Lawler. He's going after Mantell's knee. Lawler back up on his feet again. Hounding the Dutchman. Comes after him. We're 6 minutes, 54 seconds into the match. And Lawler now, while he is hobbling, is coming back after Mantell. Oh, what a right. Mantell down, sits up. Jerry Calhoun steps in between them on the ropes. That may be the only rule that they'll follow in this bout. For the last time, they ended up in the second deck of the Mid-South Coliseum. Lawler and Mantell. I hope you brought your lunch. They tie it up in a corner, and Lawler unties it with a big right hand. Uh-oh, Mantell kicks down a rope standard. And Dutch is stalking. Look out, he's heading for the chair. He passes it up. He's into the ring before the count. Oh, he
Back to that leg, Lance.
went for that knee. Mantell. Danny Davis said it himself. Mantell is no dummy. And he went for that leg.
Take it off, Jerry. Get that leg going, baby. You'll be okay.
Referee told out the 10 count. He's at the 6 now. Mantell interrupts the count. And Lawler takes the extra second to work that leg again. The referee keeps Mantell back while Lawler comes in. And now, Dutch right on it. He goes for the leg and into the head. Slams Lawler's head into the top turnbuckle. Let me tell you, I haven't counted Lawler out of it. I've seen him come back from some miraculous poundings to win plenty of matches. There's a 10-minute call. Mantell in the air. Ooh. Right down on the spine, a cover, but the leg is on the ropes. He'll never get a count. Mantell just goes right back at Lawler and slashed him with a right. Look out. From behind. Lawler down on the floor. Body slam on the concrete. Well, it's not over. But remember, go back to that chair hitting Lawler in the leg, right in the knee, as Mantell drops with elbow after elbow. no disqualification, no stopping the match. And Lawler pounded into that ring post.
Mantell is giving everything he's got against Lawler. You saw he gave him a slam on the concrete floor, Lance. You know, a move like that could cripple a man, you know, could put him out of the business for life. And then he dropped a couple of elbows on him out there, and Lawler is trying his best to get everything together. He's trying his best to get everything together. Lawler does have tremendous recuperative powers, and I hope he can use them because, man, he's got to come back, Lance. He's got to get it together.
Mantell not really worried about whether he put... Oh! Mantell getting into it with referee Jerry Calhoun. That could cost him. He didn't hit him. I will clarify that.
Mantell busted his eye.
Oh, boy. Mantell working on the right eye of Lawler where he slammed him into that ring post. Lawler bleeding from the eyebrow. And again, Dutch bangs him on that ring post. Wow. Remember, when nobody thought it could be done, Mantell beat Lawler for the title not many weeks ago. And Lawler's eye is really bleeding. Lawler down on the concrete floor, and the Dutchman holds up number one. And the referee into the 10 count. This may be it, Danny.
No, come on. Don't give up on Lawler yet, man. I'll never give up on Lawler. I believe in that man.
Dutch breaks the count by jumping. He saw Lawler moving, went right back after him on the floor. Mantell pulls him now into the ring. And Lawler misses a desperation right hand. Dutch stomping.
Get it together, Jerry. Come on, baby. Get it together.
Danny Davis, Lawler's manager, hollering to the king. Suplex puts Lawler down. Dutch covers him. 1, 2, and Lawler shakes him. Mantell with a right. Lawler hanging on to the waist, goes down.
Oh, no, not the chair. Come on, Mantell.
And now the Dutchman brings the chair in. Whoa! And Dirty Dutch slammed Lawler with that chair. Count of 1, 2, and Lawler catches the rope. Dutch doesn't waste time arguing. He just picks him up and goes right back at it with another slam. The tough Texan coming off the second rope. Straight down with a knee, and Dutch Mantell blasting Lawler. 15 minutes passed in a one-fall championship match. 2, and again Lawler just beats it. Mantell hot at the referee. He thinks his counts have been slow.
All right, baby. Come on, Jerry.
Mantell going for a pile driver.
Come on, block it, baby. Block it.
Referee can't stop him. And Lawler has that neck smashed as Mantell drives him into it.
Lance, Mantell has given him everything he's got. He's given him everything he's got.
And Dutch covers. Again, Lawler's put to the rope. again, Mantell picks him up. Back out to the center of the ring. Lawler down. Dutch Mantell splashes from the second rope, and Lawler just barely kicks out.
Shake it off! Come on, King! Shake it off!
16 and a half minutes.
Shake it off, King!
And Dutch Mantell pounds that eye again. Lawler back to his feet. Here comes the fabled Lawler comeback. Mantell says, come and get it. And Lawler's dishing.
Get it to him, Jay! Get it to him!
Lawler running on pure emotion.
Now that's the Jerry Lawler we all know right there, Lance.
Slams Dutch into the ring post. Lawler going on high-octane hatred, trying to pull this one out. Slams Mantell back into the ring. Mantell stalling for time. Didn't do him any good. Splash. Lawler doesn't even try for the cover. And this time Mantell catches him as he came down. He went back a second time. And look at Mantell. He caught Lawler right in the midsection as he drew his knees up in a reversal. Dutch banged out of the ring when he ran into the heavier Lawler.
Come on, Jerry, shake it off, King.
"25 minutes and 48 seconds passed. Mantell finally coming up. Lawler pushes his way up. Dutch trying to pick Lawler up. He can't do it. He falls off. 1, 2, and he kicks him off. Mantell trying to body slam Lawler, but he could not get him into position. Exhaustion almost beat them both. Lawler, Mantell slammed together. Lawler went back into the ropes. Mantell went down. Lawler was catapulted off the ropes, fell over Mantell and got a 3 count and regains the Southern Heavyweight title. Neither